Hello and welcome to Cheppy Today. I'm Will and I'll be going through some of the most talked about topics in crypto. If you want to be kept up to date with the discussion, remember to give us a like and to subscribe. Today we're going to be focusing on one of the most puzzling events in recent crypto history, and that is the shutdown of the Canadian exchange QuadrigaCX. The events surrounding this story read like a mystery novel, and there really is no other way to describe it except for a complete show. Around mid-January of this year, it was announced by his wife and executor of his estate that Gerry Cotton, the CEO and co-founder of Quadriga, had passed away. The exchange subsequently went offline, citing the now universally feared statement, unannounced system maintenance, aka something is f***ed up. Later this was revealed by a sworn affidavit in support of consumer protection. The affidavit read, after Gerry's death, Quadriga's inventory of cryptocurrency has become unavailable, and some of it may be lost.
It's gone. It's all gone.
What's all gone?
The money in your account. It didn't do too well. It's gone.
Yeah, so it turns out that Gerry was not only the CEO, co-founder and director of the exchange, but also the sole custodian of all the funds. Decentralization. Just to specify, this was 26,500 Bitcoin, 11,000 Bitcoin Cash, an equal amount of Bitcoin SV, 25,000 Bitcoin Gold, 430,000 Ethereum, and 200,000 Litecoin, all in all amounting to over $200 million worth of cryptocurrency. Mr. Cotton was running the exchange from his encrypted laptop, using private keys that no one else had access to. Talk about a bad case of losing your keys. Now, whenever something like this happens, social media always calls it out as an exit scam. Unfortunately, more often than not, they're right, and this case is no different. The details didn't quite add up. Now, one thing you don't want to do as a crypto company is defraud your customers, because you will bring down a whole world of pain on yourself. There are far too many amateur sleuths in this game who spend an inordinate amount of time checking and rechecking facts, and that is exactly what happened in this case. Some users noticed some suspicious activity involving Quadriga's supposedly inaccessible wallets. You know, the wallets on the laptop belonging to the now deceased sole custodian of the exchange. Yeah, those. A number of investigations started following these accusations. One from Jesse Powell, CEO of Kraken, and another by the Twitter user known by the handle Proof of Research. After an in-depth investigation into the wallet activity, Proof of Research verified that several outgoing transactions of Litecoin had been made from the alleged inaccessible wallet after Cotton's supposed death, which alludes to the fact that Quadriga never actually lost access to user funds. But here's where things take an even stranger turn, because today it was revealed that the other co-founder of Quadriga, Michael Patrin, isn't Michael Patrin at all. His name is Omar Darnani, a convicted felon imprisoned for fraud due to his role operating an online marketplace for identity theft. So now, on top of the alleged lost funds, the exchange can list identity theft as a potential side effect of being a customer there. This latest news has stoked the flames of conjecture and speculation further, with further conspiracies raging about an exit scam. Some even questioning the death of Cotton, if that is his real name. Resident crypto sleuths actually ended up looking into Cotton's death further. Interestingly, it was noted that there was no death certificate issued or filed with the court during the sworn affidavit, simply a statement from the funeral home in India where Cotton's body was supposedly interred. The amateur detectives tried to contact the funeral home, but they got no answer. However, it appears that the home's database didn't list Cotton as a recent death, and there was no such record. A user on Reddit even laid out an in-depth how-to on faking your own death in India, including how to buy your own death certificate and how to fake a doctor's note, suggesting that Cotton specifically went to India to fake his own death in order to pull off one of the most elaborate crypto exit scams in history. So on one hand, this is problematic because there's no solid evidence for this, and it's a pretty nasty allegation to throw around in sight of a grieving family. On the other hand, it is understandable that people are pissed off, confused, and wanting answers. $200 million in crypto gone because of the poor custody decisions of an exchange, not to mention the subsequent transactions that potentially prove the exchange still has access to the funds. So exit scam speculation aside, the obvious question here is why in God's name was there not a protocol in place to protect against this kind of instance? A failsafe that doesn't rely on one man quite literally holding the keys to the entire solvency of a company. The sad fact is, a lack of regulatory oversight is meant to be a positive feature of a cryptocurrency exchange. However, this only works if there's the protocol in place to protect customers and the exchange from something as simple as losing access to user funds. Was this an exit scam? It's very possible given the circumstances. Whether that involves a faking of a death is debatable. It could have been any number of employees or even a family member. However, it could also be down to good old-fashioned stupidity, not to speak ill of the potentially dead. In any case, remember for f***'s sake to hold your own private keys where possible. So as always, we'd like to hear your take on the topics discussed. What's your thoughts on the Quadriga debacle? Is this an exit scam or simple stupidity? So leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.